The real reason why young men are cooked. I'm not going to watch the whole thing, probably.
I feel very sorry.
So this guy made a hate post about me on Twitter, and he had a lot of replies that were calling him stupid. So it made him so angry that he's now made a YouTube video and also uploaded it onto Twitter.
Young men in the world.
He starts with, is he Canadian? It's just really sad, isn't it? I mean, like, of course.
Because I feel like they are genuinely being indoctrinated by some of the worst people possible.
The worst people.
Misogynistic, genuinely stupid people. Because they're successful, because they are popular, because they've got money, and unfortunately, if you speak up about this stuff, you are woke. You are a cuck. You are a loser. You are jealous. And even earlier today, I dunked on Asmongold for his post. There was a post he said, too many fake jobs were invented to create artificial parity between men and women in the workforce. So he's automatically arguing men and women are not equal. We essentially just made up jobs so that the women could play along and feel better.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That is exactly what I'm saying. I appreciate his honesty. Exactly.
And then says AI fixes this problem because it disproportionately is affecting women-led jobs and industry type things. Saying that women are replaceable. And then he says, hopefully...
People are replaceable.
After all this is over, women can go back to what they do best. Being a mother or being a prostitute. Insinuating that that is all women are good for.
No, they're good for a lot of other things. Just being the best at something doesn't mean you're good at everything, that you're not good at other things too. Why do you think OnlyFans is full of women? Why do you think all the strip clubs are full of women? Duh. Like, I mean, it's just true. And of course women are the best mothers because only women can be mothers. Obviously. Like, yeah, there's a massive discrepancy. Like, this is just the way it is. I wonder what it must be like to be one of these people that's constantly at war with reality. Can you imagine that?
A mother or a prostitute. Now, my wife is an incredible mother. She is...
So I'm right. Okay, great. That's amazing. All right.
Amazing with my children, and I'm so blessed that she is the mother of my children. But she's also insanely smart, works in a pharmacy, and has so many talents that's great. To call her just a mother is a joke. And
I didn't say she's just... When did I say just a mother? I didn't even say this. Nobody's saying that's bad. Nobody thinks that. Oh my God.
To get this type of comment from Asmongold is embarrassing, and to accept that as the truth is embarrassing. And not enough
is embarrassing. So this is another appeal to consensus. This is I care. I do not derive my reality from my own evaluation. I derive my reality from other people's reaction. Unfortunate. Do you think it's a deliberate misunderstanding? I think he unironically got triggered and he wants to defend his wife. He thinks that I said his wife is only good for being a mother. I didn't say that. That's literally what I said. Being best at is a qualifying term. That means that it's not an all-encompassing word. That's why I used that term. Now, if you understood English, you would know that. But unfortunately, you got triggered, and so you had to make a video like this instead. Bro got Will Smithed? Maybe.
People will talk about this. But I talked about this. I dunked on him a little bit. I said,
You're actually, dude, are you really going to crash? Let me move it up. You're really going to get upset. It's crazy how much reach this...
It's crazy how much reach this mentally ill gamer has.
Why am I mentally ill? What makes me mentally ill? Because I think everybody else is mentally ill. See, I think I'm the only person that's not mentally ill.
I said that it is crazy because if you point out how much of a loser this guy is,
yes,
you are called jealous. I am called jealous. People are dunking.
I didn't even it's got even nothing to do with this. Like, I'm not even mad. Like, I just said something. Like, it's true that, like, there's a lot of chicks that, like, they have these bullshit jobs. They do. They have bullshit PR, HR jobs, and they're worthless. And they're going to get fucking replaced by AI. It's just a fact. It's the same as you had a bunch of fucking 60 and 70 IQ guys that the best that they could do was turn a bolt on a assembly line. And the moment they had a robot do that, these guys didn't go to another job. They didn't get retrained to run a fucking, a space station. They just went on the street because they're morons. Like, I mean, this is the reality of life. And I understand, I can't imagine what it would be like to be a person like this that is constantly at war with reality. It must be so unpleasant and so upsetting. So upsetting, in fact, that you make a YouTube video because you get ratioed in a tweet. That's pretty bad.
On me because I roasted this guy.
You roasted
The guy
me.
lives alone.
I've been
in
roasted.
Filth.
Yes.
With rotting teeth, cockroaches. And despite being this
And despite all of that, I still have a better grasp on reality than you do. So what does that say about you? I don't see how this is a good argument at all. It's just not.
Generational wealth millionaire. This guy's probably worth 50 mil. I don't even know how much he's worth.
Wow.
It may be even 100 mil.
Wow.
He lives in such a disgusting, hoarder-like...
I live in the same working class home that I've grown up in. I love this home. One day I might move. If I ever get a girlfriend and start a family, I'd buy a nice big house because I'd want my family to live in a nice house. This house is my life, but I'm not going to put my life on anybody else. I don't feel the need to express myself with lots of money. I know that I'm successful. I'm tremendously successful. I've been tremendously successful for over 10 years now, really. Yeah, I have a lot of money. But who cares? Really, who cares?
Environment, or has for so long that it's hard not to question his sanity.
Yeah. It's hard not to question. So then this is the implication of me being mentally ill. Right.
And when you bring this up, it's like, well, you wish you had millions of dollars. Brothers, I wish that he didn't let the teeth rot from his mouth.
I don't. My teeth rotting out of my mouth was the impulse that I had for streaming. So, whenever I was like 26, maybe 25, something like that, I went to the dentist and they told me that I had to, it was like, in order to get everything fixed, it was $50,000. I looked at how much money I was making on YouTube back then. I looked at how much money this would be. And I realized that I needed to make more money and I needed to dial things up. And a couple months later, I started streaming. And because of that, I built myself into where I was today. Now, if that never happened to me, maybe I would have been more comfortable doing something that was more low key. But in order for it's a fantasy that a lot of people have, that they can edit out all of the negatives in their lives and then the positives remain the same. I think that oftentimes the same fire that melts butter can also forge steel. And in negative experiences that people have, oftentimes those negative experiences help make them into a stronger person better than positive experiences. So that's the reason why I talked about it the way that I did, and I'm so open about it. It's because I want to normalize being able to discuss these kinds of things and being honest and direct about who you are, where you came from, and not living based off of a perception of other people. Not basing your self-worth around the way that you look, not basing your self-worth around the way that people approve of you or anything else. I think that there are a lot of people that have made huge mistakes in their life, and those mistakes were the impetus for them to improve their life. And there were other people who made huge mistakes and then they just died or their life got worse. And ultimately, to a certain extent, I think that's natural selection. And I think that it's important to acknowledge that and to highlight and elevate people who avoided being selected. And I try my best to avoid that myself. So it's just really that simple. I don't know. Yeah, that's why it happened. It's just that simple. I don't know what's wrong with him.
To the point that he would need surgery or to get his teeth fixed.
I have a follow-up appointment this month, by the way.
Wish he didn't have cockroaches and rats infesting his house. And yes, he might have cleaned it, but to get to the state that
yes, he might have cleaned it. Okay.
He was in, he has to be so mentally ill.
You're right. I grew up in a house where my mom never really had a job, and we grew up in poverty. And my dad helped me out a bit, and he made sure that the lights stayed on, but that was about it. The reality is that there were massive holes in the house, and my mom wouldn't allow anybody to come out and fix the house because it would be condemned. So it was just bad spawn RNG, really. It was bad spawn RNG. And as I was growing up, obviously, I took almost all of my money and I reinvested it into improving things for her. That was really the other big reason why I started my YouTube channel, is because of her being sick. It's because I couldn't get a traditional job because I had to take care of her all the time. And as soon as I started making enough money, I immediately started investing it into the house and into improving her living situation. And the reason why her living situation wasn't better at the time that she passed away was because she wouldn't allow me, I wouldn't allow any contractors to come into the house and fix anything because she refused to get the COVID vaccine. And because she was immunocompromised and any COVID would instantly one-shot her, I viewed it to be the lesser of two evils to not take that risk with my mother's life. And that's the reason why I did it. It's actually very simple. I don't take pride living in garbage or not. It's simply something that I don't care about. So it's just like every decision that I've made was not like, again, and also like I'm sure I've made mistakes in my life or something like that, but that's the actual truth of what it was.
I feel sorry for the guy. I am not jealous of Asmongold. I hope that he can get help.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
This is the most patronizing, obnoxious, pretentious, like annoying thing that you can possibly say. Oh my God.
You know, I think you have a brain. If it doesn't make sense, then I think we're going to be lost no matter what.
Yeah.
But the amount of comments in here that are either defending the guy or calling me a loser.
Well, you are. I mean, you are a loser. You're a loser. You failed as a YouTube creator. And also, like, I mean, you're not a loser entirely. You have a wife and you have a kid, and I think that's incredible. I don't have a wife and a kid, and so I'm a loser in that regard. But as a creator, you are a loser. You're a failure. And I can show you how you're a failure. So if you look at his graph that we looked at earlier, whenever your submarine graph looks like a submarine, whenever your subscriber graph looks like a submarine, that means that you're losing. That's the way it is. And that, listen, I mean, like, you have up times and down times. Like, that's the way it is. But you've clearly failed as a creator. I mean, it's just objective. Like, I mean, there's no, like, it's not like it's a secret, okay? Great timing with Subnautica. Yeah, we're going to play Subnautica 2 later on today. I'm excited. I got the game down. I got there's a little bundle. I was able to get the first game, too, at the same time.
Frightening, because I know that these are the people that I'm worried about.
I'm frightened. Oh my God, it's so patronizing. It's so pretentious. You're so obnoxious. No wonder nobody watches you. Why would anybody like you? You're so annoying. Like, you're worried about these people. Why would you even talk? Why are you talking like this? Like, it's so embarrassing. It's smug. Yes. Wow. How sad.
These are the people that I know have been affected by this.
Oh God, he's doing the. Oh God. Oh no. Bless your heart.
And I want to segue away from Asmongold because, you know, yes, he's successful. He has a lot of money, and that is appealing to young men. But there's another one that I want to talk about, clavicular. Now, Clavicular is a guy that is blowing up everywhere. Clavicular
you're jealous of Clav
everywhere
too?
right now.
You're mad
and
about Clav?
I know that young men in junior high and high school, some of the content that they see from this guy is appealing. It's hard not to look at a picture of this guy's place and be like, whoa, I want that.
Yeah.
And to look at his jawline or a video of him kissing women and being like, yeah, I want that as well. But you have to understand what you are actually looking at here.
What are you looking at?
Should you take life advice? Should you take looks maxing advice from someone?
Yes, because it worked. Should you take life advice from Clav? No, I don't think you should take accounting advice from Clav either. And you also shouldn't take drug advice from Clav. Well, you should. You should do whatever he's doing, do the opposite. But very clearly, he has been able to do things to improve the way that he's seen by women, and I think that there's an advantage to that socially.
That is so unconfident in their own skin that they would take a hammer to their own face. I just want you to listen to what he says here.
When you wake
Unconfident in their own skin. This right here is the most beta-maxed bitch boy, pussy ass, bitch made, embarrassing thing that you can possibly say. When a man goes to the gym to improve his physique, it's not because he's embarrassed about himself or he's insecure. It's because when he looks in the mirror, he's not satisfied because he wants to become a better person. Like, this is something that even, he wants to be more than what he is. That doesn't mean that you have some sort of like mental issue or something like that. Did he play mixtape? I bet he loved it. He might have cried.
every single morning and you take a look in the mirror, you're 100% satisfied with every single thing. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, more or less.
This guy's brain is short-circuiting because he can't understand that Andrew is okay in his own skin. He doesn't care if he's the best-looking guy, the tallest guy, the strongest guy. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. And if he wants to change some things about himself, if he wants to go to the gym more or some of these things, he can.
Okay.
And he cannot. It's up to him what he wants to do. But at the end of the day, Andrew obviously does not care what he looks like and is confident in the person that he is. And this clavicular guy cannot accept that. He can't understand that.
I think it makes sense. I used to think the same thing. Like, and the thing is that Clav is a young guy. As a young guy, like, I remember, like, there were a lot of embarrassing things that have happened to me. And as a young guy, they bother me a lot more than as an older guy. Andrew is becoming an unk. He is. And as you ascend into unk status or descend, depending on how you want to look at it, and he's about, I would say Imtash is about the same age as I am, somewhere around there. We don't care about the way that we look anymore because we cared about the way that we looked maybe 10 years ago. So it doesn't matter anymore. You've already played that game. So, like, Clav is still playing in matchmaking. Meanwhile, Andrew is still in casual mode. Neither of them are wrong. They're not bad. Like, Clav isn't bad. He's not a bad person because he wants to improve the way that he looks. And Andrew isn't a bad person because he's confident in the way that he looks. It's just the way it is.
And young men are getting looks maxing advice. They're being told to smash their face in with a hammer.
You should ask yourself the question, why do you think so many people are resonating with Clav's message? And the reason why they're resonating with it is because it works. The reasonality is that through every single study, multiple psychological like data points prove this. There's even a term for it. It's called the halo effect. Being more attractive is like a charisma buff in real life. It is. Literally, in some cases, it is. So instead of attacking the messenger, why don't you attack the message? You can't do that because the message it's resolute. It's obvious. Yeah, it's bad to hit yourself in the face with a hammer. It's bad to take meth. Okay, sure. All right, now what? That's it. That was easy.
From someone that was kicked out of school, has admitted to doing
Why was he kicked out of school? Kicked out 3 weeks because cameras found testosterone. He got kicked out for having testosterone. Who cares? Am I supposed to like view this as like a terrible thing? Who gives a fuck?
admitted to doing methamphetamine.
Yeah, I know plenty of people that have done meth.
All
so what?
Descriptions in all dictionary breakdowns of what a loser is.
Jesus.
Clavicular is a loser. I would never want this to be an idol of any person in my life.
I don't think that you should have idols. I think that you should look at people and take what you're getting out of that and then leave the rest. You should look at somebody like Donald Trump and you should admire his work ethic and how focused he is on constantly focusing on doing whatever he wants to do. You should be able to admire somebody like Elon Musk and say, this is impressive that you're able to, start this many companies and, have these companies be successful. That doesn't mean you have to agree with Elon having like 7 different baby mamas or having somebody else play his PoE2 account, right? Like, doesn't mean you have to agree with Donald Trump saying some, sexist thing 15 years ago. You should take what you want and leave the rest. Idols, fundamentally, it's beta boy bitch behavior to have idols. You know who has idols? Like K-pop stans.
My son told me that he idolized or thought Clavicular was a smart person, a good person, was helping people. I would be very worried. I would be very concerned. But if I say that, I will get attacked by this guy's audience. And it's a weird contrast. It's a weird situation to be in, because if I warn you about the dangers of people like Andrew Tate, of Clavicular, of Asmongold, of these things, I am viewed as weak. I am viewed as woke or a loser, or I am a sheep. And it's frustrating.
The reason why people are attacking you is because you never engage with any of the substance of what's discussed, and you immediately resort to personal attacks with no actual reasoning behind it. You're having an emotional outburst. You're not having a disagreement. You're not discussing a topic. You are expressing yourself. And you have every right to express yourself. But that doesn't mean that people have to take it seriously.
And someone like myself wants to extend the olive branch, and I want to try to at least
extend the olive branch. You're calling me mentally ill? Like, what do you mean? No, you don't.
At least open your eyes to it. I am viewed as the problem. It's not the guy that lives in a roach-infested house. It is not the guy that took a hammer to his own face.
By the way, the hammer thing worked. So, how about that? Remember that? It worked. So, I don't really know why, no, it doesn't? I think it does.
It is not the guy that has to pay women to spend time with him in his mansion because he's such an insufferable douchebag. It's me that's the problem. The tough thing is, even though I'm an arguably successful dude, I've got a wife, I've got kids, I've got beautiful relationships with my family and friends. I've retired at 33 years old. I succeeded online and offline. I take care of myself pretty good. I'm not the most jacked guy out there, but there's a lot of things that I think would be role model worthy for young men to look at.
But they're not looking at... Dude, this is so sad. Oh my god, this is so fucking... You got mogged by Clav over a fucking YouTube video. You got the roaches on you on Twitter. And you're still mad about Andrew Tate? What year is this? What's going on? Is envy maxing? It's just, what is wrong with you?
I was a father at 17 years old. I was scared out of my mind being a high school student who was about to have a baby and become a father, and I buckled down, I worked my ass off, and I took care of that boy.
Great, good job. I think that's really respectable. Good.
I am proud of the man that I am, but if I call out...
Why do you constantly need validation?
These degenerates, I am viewed as weak. I am viewed as less than, because I might not have as many views online, and maybe my jawline isn't quite as sharp.
Just get a
And
bigger
the
beard.
unfortunate thing is when you argue with someone online or when you tell someone that they're wrong, in a lot of cases, they dig in their heels and they double down.
Is that so? Oh. First time I'm hearing of this. Is that right? Okay. Continue.
They will dig in and be stubborn and fight it. And
Yes.
if I call these people out, it's a vicious circle. I probably
You're in
won't
it right
sway anyone.
You're in it right
Me
now.
talking about these
You're
things
doing it right
doesn't
now.
change anything
Then why are you doing it?
because a lot of the people are just going to say, I'm the sheep. I'm the sheep. I'm the woke one. And it's so frustrating.
Christ.
And kind of why I wanted to make this video is
Right.
I am worried about young men,
Oh
not
my God. Yeah, right.
because they've been influenced by these people initially. It's because I don't know how to uninfluence them. I don't know.
You don't like what is this like? Is this like Moses? Like, I mean, why won't the people listen to me? Why won't they understand me? I mean, also, like, I mean, having a kid at 17 was probably, I mean, again, like, it's good that you were able to have it turn out the right way, but I certainly wouldn't say that that's my best advice to people. Like, I feel like you probably shouldn't have a kid at 17. Like, I'm glad it worked out for him, but, like, man, I feel like most people that I know that have kids at 17, it didn't work out for them.
How to get them to take the olive branch and actually accept the help.
Okay, let me give you some advice. Here's the reason why nobody will ever take your advice. It's because you are a patronizing, sanctimonious, pretentious asshole that thinks that you're better than other people because you have things that they don't have. You don't engage them on what they say, you engage them on who they are. And a lot of people on the internet, especially young men, don't want to be talked to that way. They've had to grow up the entire society to have that happen. That's the reason why you have people that aren't taking you seriously. It's because you don't take them seriously. You don't respect them. You don't feel anything to them other than the fact that you think that they should listen to you because you've created an arbitrary amount of criteria that ranks you above them. Why would somebody ever want to be treated that way? People are just... It's just so sad. It really is. It's so sad.
Videos like this get made, a lot of bad faith arguments start happening.
Is that so? Is that... Oh. Bad faith... Oh, wow. Is bad faith arguments?
When I make this video, people start saying, well, a lot of these guys are just championing to be more healthy, to be stronger, to go to the gym. What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
You're having an
You
argument
should
with
go to the
yourself
gym.
now?
It's
Okay.
great for your stamina. It's great for your mental health. It might make you feel more confident. You're going to be strong. And in some cases, you might be able to work a job that you otherwise couldn't. Whether it's construction or something like that,
Yeah.
maybe you need an initial bit of strength to make it in this world. I am not arguing against that. But
Jesus, bro, like, listen to that again. Like, God, bro, like, you need to go back to Genshin. He could be a voice actor for Genshin Impact for one of the female characters. Listen to that again.
world. I am not arguing against that.
Oh my God. You know, the Paimon voice actress quit or something like that. Maybe he can replace her. That's cute. It's really cute.
But you also don't need to hate women while doing it. You don't need to be misogynistic while doing it. You might want to look better. That's fine. Get a haircut, shave, or don't shave. You know, do things that make you feel confident, good about yourself.
Yeah.
But if you then ask a woman out and she declines you, don't hate the woman and become this incel. And that's the...
where is this coming from? Who is this? Like, who is he saying this to? What are you talking about? Like, if you knew anything about, if you're talking, I don't think Clav says that. Like, I don't think I've said the opposite. I just went on a rant about the opposite. What is this? Like, what does this even have to do with what's being discussed? This is really annoying. I know, but he's Canadian, so he can't help it.
Problem is, a lot of these content curators, they give you one piece of good advice and then there's a little bit of an incel comment. Here's a misogynistic comment. I'm just gonna sprinkle that in as well, and that's where it gets lost. And that's where people kind of glaze over it and they don't realize that the stuff that they're getting fed is damaging them, and it is damaging.
I think he's right. I think that there's a lot of people who are not perfect, and because of their imperfections, their messages are compromised. And I think that's the danger of following a person rather than an idea. Huge mistake to do that. Massive mistake to do that. And I think whether it's, like, even the Pope is imperfect. Even saints are imperfect. So it's like, you know, maybe if you're a religious guy, you know, maybe there are two people that were perfect. It's either Muhammad or Jesus, right? Depending on, you know, where your spawn point was, maybe. But listen, this amount of, like, this is the most impotent, like, just femme-coded rage that I've seen out of a guy in, like, years. This is so bad.
Their kind of prospects in their future. When you see someone that's successful, it's hard not to idolize them in some way or question, well, if I'm not that successful and this guy is, he must be doing something right.
Well, yeah, he's doing something right, but there's other people that do things wrong. Like, Jeffrey Epstein was a multi-fucking-millionaire. That doesn't mean that he was a good person. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
And they are doing many things right, I'm sure.
With you?
You don't get to that point if you're not successful.
Didn't think about those things.
But a lot of the most successful people out there are the most narcissistic and...
Oh my God. Really? You really gotta go this far? Is that it? Oh my God. It's really, it's just so, bro, like...
and psychopathic and bad people.
Yeah.
Most billionaires exploit people. You can't make $1 billion without exploiting people.
Okay.
It's
that's nice.
Impossible not to. Okay? And I think that though,
by the way, it absolutely is. It's just that you've reframed these definitions in a way that makes them favorable to you. Like, if you create a product that's very useful, and then a lot of people buy the product, and the amount of people buying the product to a certain degree exceeds $1 billion of revenue, that doesn't automatically mean that you've exploited somebody. You have to look at individual actions rather than just looking at different statuses and then categorizing them as good or bad. You're right that there are a lot of people who utilize third world slave labor and other types of unethical and immoral practices. That's absolutely true. But that's not something that's necessarily exclusive to billionaires. There's a lot of people that do it on small scales by underpaying illegal aliens to do housework for them. This is something that many people engage in, and I think it should be acknowledged that way.
The whole world is in this weird place where it's just fighting. It is just, instead of me making
this world is in a weird place where it's just fighting. Meanwhile, you made a tweet, a hate farm a tweet on me, and then you made a follow-up tweet because you weren't getting the impressions that you wanted. You got so butthurt about it that now you've made an entire hate video about me, and you're condemning and commiserating about the reality that the world is full of hate.
this video and someone saying, you know what, maybe thanks for like kind of opening my eyes to this. Thanks for maybe shedding some light on this thing that you're worried about. I am instantly viewed as a villain or
you are the victim. You are the victim. Everybody is out to get you. It's not fair. You did nothing wrong. You are living your truth.
I have this like agenda. The first comment that I had when I tweeted this.
It's the tweet again. Holy fuck, man. Oh my god. I'm so glad I watched this. This is ridiculous.
About this. The first comment I had was about my political stance. The first comment that I got was what my beliefs were. And instead
it seems like they were right. They clocked you pretty fast, huh? Got you mad? Yeah.
Talking about the problem,
and instead of, it's just my tweet. It's a tweet that I made.
Talking about my worry for young men and the influences that are out there.
You weren't doing it you were doing it to insult me. That's why you were doing it. You were doing it so you could degrade and insult me and farm hate off of me. You weren't doing it because you wanted to help young men. You were doing it because you wanted to make me look bad. I don't know why so many people are so perniciously dishonest in this way. It's embarrassing. It really is. Like, I see people that do this, and it's just so embarrassing to watch this happen.
People are trying to suss out what my agenda is and what I gain from questioning bad behavior, from questioning derogatory statements, misogynistic statements, racist statements.
Oh, he's reading my Twitter.
I always question this, and this is the last thing I'll say.
Thank God.
When some of these guys open their mouth and they openly say something so rude, so misogynistic, so sexist, so homophobic, so many.
This video could have only been made by a Canadian. I don't know what's going on with y'all up there. Like, you guys have some of these simps up there. Like, it's bad. It's really bad. Like, I don't know how it happened. I don't.
Things. They say these things that are just genuinely, in some cases, hateful and hurtful.
Right. Oh, you got hurt by my tweet?
People respond saying they're speaking the truth. They're speaking...
Can you believe it that there are people who agree with something that's bad in the world? Yeah, I can believe that. Damn, man. Bro. Already you got those gray hairs? Jesus. Jesus, bro. Like, was Genshin really that bad? Did Genshin really do that to you at 33? God damn. God, bro, like, he's cortisol maxing. I know he's got to figure out, you got to watch some collab videos and figure this out, man. He's stressed out. He is.
Facts.
They
say you're standing and said that with your full chest. It's kind of this weird respect for it.
Yeah, it's people that agree with you, people that agree with them and not you. I know this I don't know how this happened to you. I'm sure this is horrible. I think you can recover, though.
But if I say, those guys are losers. Those guys are losers. But if I say, those guys are losers. Those guys are a problem. It's not facts. It's not the truth.
It's not facts.
I'm just a jealous hater. It's such an interesting thing, and it's very scary.
Thank God
and
you made
I
this
don't
video.
know how to change it. If you do,
it's very scary. It's scary to you that people don't like what you said. You watched the entire video. I know.
I think that young men are cooked, and it's for reasons that if you tell them and you say it to their face, they're not going to listen. Thanks for watching, and sorry for this one. It's a little depressing. Bye-bye.
Wow. This was really something special. This was a truly special video. I don't even know what to say about it. His tactic works. His tweet about this video has positive replies. I'm sure it does. I'm sure he's going to have people that are happy that he did this and everything. Let me follow. Do not compare yourself to others. Don't compare yourself. My first part of this channel, big respect to you. Thanks for talking up with this channel, watching Toss and Positivity, a toxic gamer. I love you talking about what it takes. Out of the videos you've created, this is the best one. I love your videos. This is the best video you've ever made. Thank you for being a good example to young men. Well, that's great. That's amazing. I'm so happy. And so anyway, it could have been an email. It could have been a tweet. It was a tweet, but you didn't get the reactions that you wanted from it. I'll link you guys the video. He botted the comments. No, he's probably got plenty of Dumbo viewers that think this. That's fine. There's the video. And I look, man, you want to get upset about something that I said because you're getting defensive about your wife. I get it. It's not a big deal. You've had an emotional, you're having an emotional moment. A lot of people have emotional moments. You're not special. Many people have had them before you, and you're just one of many. I've had emotional moments, if you can believe that. So it's really not that, it's not that serious. You don't need to get that mad about it. But he's a Bungie stan too. Refresh the comments. Well, I don't need to like see people being mean to him. It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, like, but yeah, it's embarrassing. Young men are bombarded with terrible information. So this is the guy that made the video. Wow. And got 600K. Young men are cooked. Oh man. And so Asmongold, this is 3 tweets about me. Men have been disenfranchised. Bunch of young men are going to have very alone, wishing they could watch children, adolescents hating women, being shitty dudes. There's nothing about this. There's never any. The thing is that I have the problem that I have the most about this. Advice from white knights will help nothing. Just let the shitty people win. Good strat. Like, is this the beginning? Is this the beginning of a new crop for me to farm? Is this the sprouting of the first fruit inside of a vibrant field of harvest? I wonder what's going to happen. Because this guy, does he seem like the kind of person that can't admit they were wrong? These guys got to start paying rent? Yeah, I guess so. And yeah, a new retard has appeared. And I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't mail Karens. Well, yeah, exactly. Kind of late today. You see the military Roblox stuff? No, I didn't see any of that, honestly. I have to look at it. Is he flexing his investments to some other guy? What? I don't know. Like, it's just weird. Big respect. The virtue signal are at war with reality. Use ad hominem when you misrepresent someone's argument? Yeah. And so this is the third tweet that he's made about me. And this is, and by the way, this is the third tweet that he's made about me so far. Okay? So far. So, you know, I'm sure it's going to get worse. I'm sure you're going to get more upset about it. And, you know, like, that's it. How are you so nice to people who insult you constantly? You won't like the answer. Because I regard them with the same level of respect that I look at like a dog. I don't view them as the same as me. Not even close. So, whenever I hear people say this, and this is really the way I feel about it. When I hear people say this about me, I don't ask myself, when a dog barks at me, I don't ask myself what I did wrong. As I said, I told y'all, the goyim, the word goyim, completed my worldview. It did. It completed my worldview. The moment that I had a word for it, that was it. That was all I needed. That's all I, and now we're locked in. Is his wife's a pharmacist? I don't know. Like, who cares? Like, I mean, I don't give a shit. I don't even know who his wife is. Doesn't matter. And so, gonna be honest, I hear someone talk about a topic, they mention you, it just seems that they're trying to farm interactions. Well, I guess he got it, right? He got what he wanted. So, there it is. And so, yeah, that's the real reason why I don't treat any of them seriously, or I don't really care about what they say. It's because I don't respect them at all. And whenever I say I don't respect them, it doesn't mean I dislike them. It means that I just don't really care. Like, they can say whatever the hell they want. It doesn't matter to me. It's not going to affect me. It doesn't mean anything. Like, it's just nothing. It's just crying into the void. So that's really that's the actual reason why I don't take it personally, is because I don't regard them as people, really. Like, I don't want to be an asshole. I don't want to seem like even more of a sociopath than I already seem. But you want the actual answer. There's the actual answer. So that's nothing. Yeah, exactly. And most people talk without knowing. Yeah, and also, like, I mean, this guy, again, I don't, who cares, right? I mean, he's just an idiot. It doesn't matter.